Sam, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone tomorrow. Let your hands talk in the ring.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with the Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Mauricio Sulaiman, and the WBC. Get this. According to the WBC, surprise, the WBC has confirmed that they will not immediately impose a mandatory defense on Usyk in the interest of preserving the undisputed heavyweight champion status. According to Boxing News and Ready to Fight, the situation will be reviewed again at the WBC convention in December. Okay. And, you know, Mauricio, this is Mauricio. We have decided that we do not want Oleksandr Usyk to mandate any fightings now. We will give him the amnesty that he deserves as a champion. So we are not forcing anything on this particular fighter. We will give him time to upload his status and keep it. And there will be no mandation at this time because of the following. Mauricio, let me counterpunch. At least, and this is not a good thing, but at least Mauricio is consistent because, I mean, well, let me take that shit back. Scratch that from the records. No, it's not consistent. Because what happened to Dmitry Bivol? Why did you give Dmitry Bivol, or why did you make Dmitry Bivol fight David Benavidez and make him a mandatory all of a sudden? That was stupid. You know, and then call it what it was. No, just call it what it is. You decided to strip Bivol because you picked a side against Russia and the Ukraine. Since you did that, you wanted to teach Bivol a lesson from being from Russia, which it had nothing to do with him being from Russia. You didn't say shit when Artur Beterbiev, a Russian nationalist, became the champion at WBC. Nobody said shit, but all of a sudden when Bivol wins, you're making Bivol give up the belt or strip Bivol because he just got out of a hard fight with Beterbiev, and now you want him to fight David Benavidez or unless he's getting stripped. It seems to me, people, that Mauricio's over there playing. I think his last name is Sulaiman Castro. I think he's a cousin to Fidel. I think he's half Cuban. I think this dude is a dictator. I think he does whatever the hell he wants to do according to the Duckies, the 3%. He wants Oleksandr Usyk to stay to WBC, and I'm going to tell you why. He wants him to stay that way because he wants to keep him with that 3%, because 3% of what Usyk makes is a lot for the WBC versus what they would make from the WBC with Bivol. Think about it. Bivol's cash versus Usyk's cash is no comparison. Versus David Benavidez, a fellow Mexicano in La Casa, in Estados Unidos, right? That's a little different. So that's another level of favoritism right there. He's Mexican, for Christ's sake. So yeah, you're doing what you want to do. So not only do you get paid more with Usyk, you're going to give him, I'm going to offer him amnesty for this particular reason, all that shit, right? You're practicing your English to the public and conning them all at the same time. You prick, right? But then Bivol, you'll have 2 weeks until you can make a deal with David Benavidez is the mandatory. But then you're not making Usyk fight Caballo. You don't use the same energy, but then you're forcing Bivol to fight David Benavidez right away. You know what I mean? Like you guys were known for the most lenient sanctioning bodies. So why at times you force people's hand? Oh, it's when it's convenient to you. That's pretty much what it's all about. But to be fair, I'm not really pissed off at that because the WBC is not the next in line. What I'm really concerned with now is the WBO. The WBO is the sanctioning body that should impose their will and not be a hypocrite or a big bullshitter like Mauricio Suleiman. But you guys tell me what you think of the WBC allowing Usyk time not to mandate his crown. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!